Why, hello there. My name is Molly, and I am so excited to just give you the behind the scenes deep dive on how I, as a LinkedIn business coach and consultant, how I send anywhere between 20 to 30 LinkedIn connections every other day. Yes, you heard me right. Every other day. This is not an everyday thing, okay? This is an every other day thing. A couple things that I want to call out before I start to show you exactly how I do this. I think a lot of the times when we think about sending out connection requests, we forget that sometimes, no, not sometimes, all the time, I'm going to even correct myself now, is that quality is always better than quantity. Now, especially on LinkedIn, once you start to hone in on who your ideal clients are and or ideal collaborators, referral partners, joint venture partners, things of that nature, once you start to understand who it is that you're trying to connect with, it's going to get easier, I promise, okay? However, I think a lot of the times we think about, oh my gosh, I just need to send out as many connection requests as I can, and sometimes we are misaligned, okay? So what I really want for us to do is to understand, yes, sending out 20 to 30 connection requests every other day is really great. And if they are not quality connections, then we're spinning our wheels in mud. Okay, so first and foremost, what I want for you to know is this. You know that ideal client avatar exercise that everybody does at the beginning of launching their business, where they're like, okay, well, who do I want to help? Yes. That exercise can also help you to prospect on LinkedIn. Yeah. So here's a couple things for you to keep in mind when you are sending out connection requests. Okay. Number one, if you can nail down one to about three different titles that your ideal clients or ideal collaborators, referral partners have, it's going to be a lot easier for you to use the search bar up here to find them. Okay. And so that is really key. Is I know a lot of the times people are like, well, sometimes I don't know what their titles are, right? Start with a title of some type. It's going to, I promise, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to send out the connection requests if you can nail down the title. Okay. Now, the second piece is, of course, geographic area. You can also use the search filters on LinkedIn to help narrow down. Now, if you're somebody who, again, if you're an online business and you can help people globally, great. And when we are sending connection requests out, we want to start with a little bit more of a focused geographic area first, and then start big. Okay, so these are some of the two key pieces that I want to call out before we jump right on it. Okay, now here is my biggest tip for you when it comes to sending out connection requests that is going to prioritize quality over quantity. And this is this. If you have a former client or a current client that you really enjoy working with, this is a really great place to start. Okay. The thing about LinkedIn is the algorithm is really smart. And so if you are intentional and you spend time teaching the algorithm who you want to see, it will start to show you profiles of your ideal connections. Okay. And that's really what we want to do. So, Chelsea is one of my amazing clients, love her to pieces. And so I'm going to give you an example. Okay. I'm going to move my face up here. So Chelsea is a career coach, former recruiter. And so as you can see right here on the right-hand side, if you have been diligent and you are doing your outreach on LinkedIn, the algorithm knows what type of profiles that you want to see. But if you are just first starting out and you're like, yeah, I know LinkedIn is where I want to start prospecting for leads or collaboration, referral partners, etc., but I haven't done it yet, then you want to take this method. Okay, so pick a client who you've worked with in the past that is on LinkedIn and allow for the algorithm to show you who from there. Okay, so on the right hand side, it says more profiles for you. Now, if you go to click show all, you can see here that, I've got a couple. I'm just zipping through here, a couple like Juliana and Zanetta that I am currently not connected with, Sarah and Liz. And see, so you can see here that these are some really great leads for me. So I'm going to save this because guess what? These are the individuals that the algorithm is recommending that I contact, right? So, and from a leads perspective. So, this is one of the easier ways for you to find leads because birds of a feather flock together. So, if you really love your ideal client, if you're currently working with them or has worked with them, former, use their profile. This is a really good place for you to start, okay? Now, if you scroll a little bit more, they do have some premium profiles here as well, but I will say that these are a little bit hit or miss. So what you want to do is you really want to focus here on more profiles for you. Now, moving on. Can you use the search bar? Okay, so as you guys can see here, this is one of my frequent searches. Career coaches are my ideal clients. And so as you can see, yes, you can use the search bar. However, if you are on the free version of LinkedIn, you want to be careful because LinkedIn knows that people use its platform to prospect and to do lead generation. So you can only look at so many people's profiles, and then LinkedIn's going to send you an alert. It's going to be like, Black, hey, we see that you're looking at a lot of people's profiles here. You should pay for business premium. You should pay for sales nav. Okay. So this is what I want for you to do. This is a really creative loophole, if you will, on how to find your ideal clients. Okay. So again, as you can see here, this goes right back to what I shared before. If you have a title of a ideal connection that you want to find on LinkedIn, it's going to make it a lot easier when you leverage the search bar. Okay, so instead of looking by people, because again, if you click by people, LinkedIn is going to ding you. You want to click on posts. Okay. Now you can sort by top match, date posted, things of that nature. But as you can see here, a lot of the posts on here, okay, does have some good leads for you, okay? So again, you're going to mine this, okay? You're going to mine. Now, a lot of these individuals are first degree connections. Why? Because I'm great at lead genning. So, but this is a really good example. Like this individual here, I'm not connected with them. You can tell that they're a second degree, right? Same with here. Dr. Lynette, second degree. Andrea, second degree. So as you can see here, these are people who I would identify as an ideal client that I can start to then send connection requests up to. Okay, so this is another really great way for you to bypass, right, as a loophole, so that LinkedIn isn't trying to ding you on how to find more connections. Okay. Now, if we go back to the news feed here, another really good place for you to send connection requests is via groups. There are a lot of different groups that you can find. If you just go on, let me do that again in case you missed it. On the left-hand side, there's a group section here. Okay, now so these are all the groups that I'm a part of right now. But if you don't have any groups at all that you're a part of, you can search. And you can see here there is 2 million different groups available on LinkedIn. Like, holy cow. Okay, so from this particular case, you can still do a career coach search in groups, right? And so if we filter based off of groups, then it narrows it down to 887 groups. Now, these are the ones where you can then join and start to connect with people, right? So in my particular case, these are really great groups for me to join. Here's a couple things for you to keep in mind when you are joining LinkedIn groups. Very similar to other groups like on Facebook. There are going to be rules, right, that the administrators want for you to abide by. Please don't spam. You know, we're one thing on LinkedIn. Yes, I understand that a lot of the times people cold pitch you all the time, and I get that. And in my world, that is not how we earn people's business. So when you are joining different groups, please know that we do want. LinkedIn also encourages for you to nurture real conversation. Okay. Now, if I were to go back to some of the groups that I'm a part of, so you can see a couple things for you to know about these. Okay. So, for example, I'm a part of the Career Development Professional group. If you see over here and you click show all, you can see all of the different members in the group. And so, and then you can see how many of them are first degree connections, how many of them are second and third degree connections. And this is where you can then start sending connection requests. Now, as you can see here on the right hand side, these all say messages. And the reason why is because when you get accepted into a group, some groups require approval for you to join. Some groups are free for you to join. Obviously, the ones that are free tend to be a little bit more spammy. The ones that have more admins, approvals, things of that nature tend to have more quality as well as quantity people, okay? But I share this all to say, once you get admitted into a group, you actually can talk to people for free. So even though you're on the free version, as long as you guys are in a LinkedIn group together, you guys can communicate in the emails or the DMs for free. If you are not, then LinkedIn does require that you are a first degree connection. Okay, so this is another really, really great way to boost the number of connections that you are sending out on LinkedIn. Okay, now, last but certainly not least, one of my favorite ways to mine for leads and to grow my connections and send connection requests out is literally by just looking on the news feed. Again, I will say here that it does take time because you do need to nurture the algorithm. You need to teach the algorithm who you want to see and what you want to see. So as you can see here, a lot of my first degree connections are on my news feed naturally, and some of the ones that some of the posts that are shown on here are of the topics that I care about. So it does take time for you, but the way that you nurture the algorithm is again based off of the keywords that you're searching and the profiles that you are sending connection requests out to. Okay, so of course, I mean, listen, I get it. Sending out connections and growing your LinkedIn community can seem really daunting, but it doesn't have to be. A lot of this is just having a healthy sense of curiosity and really embracing creativity. And so it's the more that you can be creative on how you can find your people, and the more that you can grow your community in a way that is slow, steady, and sustainable, that right there is the key. Okay, so as always, feel free to send me a connection request on LinkedIn. Let me to, of course, be one of your first connection requests to be sent out, and let me know if you have any questions. With that being said, sending you all of my love. Bye.